Hey everyone, Mike here. I review nootropics, and during this video I'm going to talk about 3 nootropics to buy if you are on a budget, because we have all been there. And these are nootropics which are going to help you with your focus, with your motivation, your energy levels, and your mood. I feel like those are really the most important things, and they encompass everything in life. Before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe. It supports me a lot. If you'd like to support me more, then visit my Patreon page, which is in the description box below. So 3 nootropics to buy if you are on a budget, because a lot of people have been asking me, okay, I want all these things. I want to have a better life. I want to be, I want to fulfill my potential along with my ambitions. And what's so is that when it comes to nootropics and that whole journey, there are so many products. There's so much information online, and there's not really one source where you can just have to guide you and show you your whole path. And what's so is that's been my personal experience with nootropics, is that it's just trying different things, trying nootropics with different brands, trying them in different doses, and making the right stack. It is tough work. So I'm going to make this video working under the assumption that you are the ambitious type. You're trying to get ahead as far as like with your career. You could be a student, you could be an entrepreneur, and you're just looking really to fulfill your potential, and you're not sure maybe what the best personal nootropics are for you. So like the beginner stack, again, the stack if you're on a budget. So we'll go over my favorite 3 for you, given your circumstances. And the first one would be, and these are in no particular order, would be Bacopa. I've made another video on Bacopa. I'll see if I can link it over here. And what so is with Bacopa, it's really going to help you essentially just to decrease your levels of stress, and it's going to help you to improve your memory and have better word recall. In my opinion, when it comes to Bacopa, it is the best nootropic when it comes to improving your memory. So things like word recall, things like accessing your like long-term memory, your short-term memory, processing speed. It can do some really interesting stuff. What so is that with Bacopa, you have to take it for at least, I would say, about a week to notice the benefits, even more so for 2 weeks later. The ideal way to take it is at least 2 times per day. So 2 times per day, don't notice any instant results. This is not like Modafinil, or it's not like caffeine where you're going to feel it instantly. You're going to feel it again. It comes with time. But what so is, along with the memory benefits, you're going to notice that you just have like a better relationship with stress. Again, stress is like not a bad thing. Stress is a good thing, provided that it's not like chronic stress. It's not bad stress. And what so is, you essentially just feel like you can tolerate more stress, which I didn't really think was possible. But you want to talk about like being able to do your work and stay present and not be attached to the outcome. That's something which I really like about Bacopa, and it's, for me personally, I noticed it immediately when I started taking it. Some people seem to like notice it a few cycles of trying Bacopa, but no, me, like even within a couple weeks, I could tell it was doing something. Just side effects with it are some people can notice they feel a little bit tired, a little bit demotivated to some extent. That has not been my experience. For some people, it messes with their sex drive a little bit. But this is like from a plant. This is from a plant. This is not in any way harmful or dangerous. Even if you take it in such high quantities, I don't believe it is that dangerous. And what so is, that's what makes it special. It's just, there's with nootropics, the stronger something gets, the worse their side effects are. And that, given that Bacopa is not that strong, I would see it as a pretty safe nootropic to add to your stack. And it's very affordable, especially if you buy it in the powdered form. With nootropics, you can buy it in the powder, or you can buy it in the capsules. And with the powders, I mean, some of them taste really bad. Bacopa is one of those, so I would recommend that you do go ahead and buy it in the capsule form. There's a lot of different places you could purchase it from, like Nootropics Depot. Amazon should have some links as well. So that would be the first. Secondly would be Noopept. And I would say Noopept or Piracetam, but just Noopept because it does everything Piracetam does just a lot more effectively. So if you're unfamiliar with Noopept, it helps you in a different perspective. It helps you more so when it comes to like your concentration, your motivation, and your energy levels. You will find like, I mean, for most people, they're motivated, but not like throughout the whole day. They seem to have like little drops where they get discouraged or their energy's low. And Noopept can just, I mean, it can just energize you the whole day. Like, don't be surprised if you start taking a lot of Noopept and you like forget about your whole life, like your social life, sports or hobbies or interests that you would typically have. They're pretty much almost gone under the influence of Noopept when you're taking it that much. You want to talk about being imbalanced and just focusing on your career and your ambitions. That's what Noopept is about, excuse me. And what so is with Noopept, with respect to the dosage, you want to just start off really low to assess your tolerance. Noopept is different than Bacopa in that it's going to work pretty much instantly. It's going to work for Upon the first time you take it, about 2 hours or so seems to be for most people. I would start off as low as like 5 milligrams per day. I'm personally using Noopept now about 10 milligrams per day, 3 times per day. And that's what I like about it, is that the focus, the concentration, the energy, the ability just to stay on point and really be able to like shut out the distractions. That's what I like about Noopept. Does it make you smarter like lion's mane or other nootropics? I wouldn't necessarily say so. It can just help you more with repetitive tasks, boring tasks, and just speed up all your like mental processes. It could do some nice things that way, like just to be sharp on your feet. Mental math comes easier, things like that. So check it out. I would recommend you do so, whether you buy it in the powder form or the pill form. The pill form, I mean, is advisable just because in the powdered form, you really have to be mindful of your dosages. When you're dosing something as small as like 5 milligrams or 10 milligrams, you have to get like a very small scoop, or you obviously have to get one of those milligram scales, which you can purchase probably on Amazon. I'll see if I can find one and link it in the description box, but that is very difficult to dose for 10 milligrams. If you've tried it yourself, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. The third nootropic, so the first again was Bacopa, second one was Noopept, and the third would be Phenylpiracetam. And this is, I mean, it's not as inexpensive as some other nootropics. Like there's cheaper nootropics out there, like caffeine and such, but phenylpiracetam, just for everything it does, like taking a pill of phenylpiracetam can do, I mean, you can say that one pill of phenylpiracetam is equivalent to 10 different nootropics, in that phenylpiracetam is going to cover everything. It's going to cover, your mood is going to be 10x. It's going to be a lot better. Your energy levels, again, 10x. Your concentration, your ability to stay on point. With phenylpiracetam, it is very different than the first two nootropics in that you have to be very careful because it is a stimulant. Phenylpiracetam is not something you want to be taking every day. If you do take it every day, then you'll be experiencing withdrawals when you come off, and it's just not healthy overall, because anything that strong, again, remember, the stronger the nootropic, the stronger the side effects are going to be. And with phenylpiracetam, when you go to dosages like 100, 150 milligrams, you really just feel it. Like, don't be surprised if at the end of the day you want to just go take a run. I've made another video on phenylpiracetam. It's a bit more extensive. It goes into all the details as far as what is it good for, because phenylpiracetam is such that if you want to talk about like a limitless pill, that is what phenylpiracetam is, because you feel like somebody else. Like, just from the perspective, like, where did I get all this energy from? Your beliefs about yourself, all your doubts, all your insecurities, they are gone because you are just so concentrated and so ambitious on moving forward. So it's something special. One of those nootropics, very hard to put in words, but that is one reason why a lot of people do try it. I'm not suggesting you try it because, again, it's very strong stuff. If you do, of course, make sure just to consult with like your GP if you're seeing one, and seeing if it goes well with any other nootropics that you're taking, because not only, again, is it strong mentally, but again, physically, and it's such that I say nootropic because you're able really just to like be your best self in accessing your memory. If you have like a work project, you'll be able to like kind of shift your perspective in a way that modafinil sort of does. But what I don't like about modafinil is that modafinil, you feel that crash, whereas phenylpiracetam, you don't really have a crash. With phenylpiracetam, it's like you would take it once in the morning and then you feel good for about 10 to 12 hours. Whereas with modafinil, and I've talked about this on another video, modafinil, you'll feel a lot of the benefits for 8 hours or so, but then afterwards you feel the headaches, you feel this like overwhelming crash that you seem to not be able to get out of. Check that out. Let me know your thoughts as far as if there's any nootropics you would as well add to this list. Beyond that, I mean, there's some other ones, of course, piracetam, but the thing with piracetam is that it does take a while to start noticing the benefits from. For most people, piracetam, you have to take it for about 3 weeks straight. You have to dose it properly with a choline source, and it's not that effective. It's just that it's safe. Piracetam has been around for 20, 30 plus years. Most of the studies have been done on people who are like sick or elder people that we cannot personally relate to. We're all young. And with piracetam, it's effective, but piracetam is more effective when you're combining it with other racetams, things like aniracetam, things like oxiracetam, pramiracetam. that's when it seems to be effective, just in terms of like having a synergistic reaction with things. Hope you found this helpful. Those are 3 nootropics to buy if you are on a budget. Of course, make sure that you do assess your tolerance, take everything responsibly, drink lots of water, and make sure that when it comes to nutrition, you're not eating empty calories. Your goal, again, is like every calorie to get the most nutrition from, as far as your micronutrients, as far as getting your healthy fats. Healthy fats will aid your nootropics very, very well. So if you're not noticing good results from a lot of the nootropics you're taking, you'll be better, you'll be in a good position if you just pair it with like an omega-3, like some fish oil, or you just start eating some fatty fish a couple times of the week.